Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello!
Part 2 of our building a submarine video. How to build a submarine? How to build a submarine? That's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good name.
This is the submarine so far. I have added flotation tanks. Well, the air tanks, you know, the tanks that go on submarines. Sort of bubbly bits on the side, like balloons. Yeah. I don't know what they're called. And Floaters. And I have done the conning tower. We have some interesting little features on it so far. We'll just zoom in to get a good idea.
That's good.
That's good. Right, so I've added a 37mm cannon to the rear. This is the nice little bar effect on the back, which stops sailors from falling off. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
Yeah, and a flagpole just on the back there. I've done the decking, added a hatch, and put some of the begun to put some of the equipment on board. All the little aerials and the snorkel. Some nice steps up the side, and a life vest. So that's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. On the back, I have added that to the back. This bit here. I've got quite a bit of work to do on that, but yeah, it's beginning to take shape, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
It looks a little bit more like a submarine now. It looks better now the tanks are on it. Don't you think?
Yeah, it gives it more shape.
Yeah, so it looks a little bit more like a submarine. Yeah, it's been interesting to do this particular project. I did a lot more than I was expecting to do when we first started because, as I said, I had no sleep that night, so I ended up building a submarine.
This night wasn't any better?
Yeah, this night was no better. We had a fire last night, which was hilarious. The firemen enjoyed wandering around the house, wanting to spray things with a hose pipe. They were most upset that one of the guys had a hose pipe, and he was most upset that he couldn't spray the house with water. He was most upset. He really wanted to spray the hose around a lot. Right, on the underside, the way I did the flotation tanks, these guys, they're actually made out of toilet rolls. So I just put a piece of card on the bottom and let that set, and then I just cut toilet rolls into 3 parts and stuck it on the side. That was it. That's how easy it was doing that. I was actually wondering how I was going to do it, and I just came up with that at the last minute.
It seems like something you'd do.
It does. This is a new kind of...
sit there and stare at your design and go, what can I do now? Yeah.
And I actually didn't know what to do with the deck, which is why I did the conning tower first, because I was still thinking about it. So, yeah, there she is, the submarine so far. You got any questions?
Let's look. Is there anything in these? Or is it just...
No, that is actually the end bits of the toilet roll that I cut into little triangles and just taped on with paper.
What are we doing next?
I was going to do the pointy end and the blunt end next. This bit of the ship and the back end of the ship. But I think what I'm going to do instead is the main deck. I think I'm going to get the deck finished, and then I've got to start on the sides. So I think the deck will be the next project to do.
It's going to look good.
Yeah, because if I do the deck's got nothing to do with the pointy end or the back. So if I do the pointy end and the blunt end, then I may damage them while moving it around to do the deck. So I'm just thinking ahead.
I thought submarines had more curved top.
Not here. This bit, normally this bit, that's the water line's just there. This is quite high out of the water because it has to be the same level as the other stuff that we've got, so it needs to be walkable. No, they don't tend to be curved, it tends to be angled like that.
Like movies?
Well, what type of submarine? Modern submarines are all curved.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because they're designed to be not detected by radar. So they tend to be curved to make it harder to see. These submarines were pre that, so it tended to be, you know, a few angles built into the ship. These here, this rib here, is to stop the submarine from turning. When it's underwater, swimming forwards, this would be a huge amount of drag. And if you don't put a lip on the edge, then this could actually act like a fin and cause the submarine to turn into the current and roll. So to prevent that, they put a little lip on the conning tower, which makes the water push down onto the deck, which makes the submarine more stable. Yeah. I just found that out yesterday. So I sound really clever, but I actually know nothing about it.
Yeah, you actually got Wikipedia on left the camera.
No, I don't use Wikipedia these days, but I do have other sources. Yeah, that's it. It's quite interesting. So the next thing to do will be the deck. So what I figured I would do is put the deck on, and there needs to be a gun there. That's where one of the hatches goes, another hatch directly under the anti-aircraft gun, and there's usually another gun mounted here. Yeah, these guns, that would be left in the open, they would just wrap it in tarpaulin. But these guns were actually kept inside the ship.
Yeah, the rust.
Yeah, so if you wanted to man the ship, you had to open these tiny little hatches up and then pass the gun out of it. Later versions of this ship had a hatch here, which was a sort of oblong hatch, and that you could use that to pass the guns up through the deck. Although it was quite a drop, the gap between the lower compartment and the deck was actually quite high, but that's what they used to do. And they also, of course, had holes in the deck to put torpedoes through. But you didn't open those up normally anyway, so... Yeah. That's it, that's so far. You got no more questions?
No.
No. Outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this submarine so far and how your product of it is going. Thank you very much for watching. That's everything from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya.